Karuga. Qapla.
I'm going to take this opportunity, however, to suggest that we all hail Karuga. That's all I'm saying.
Forgive me, Doctor. I'm receiving a number of distress calls. I don't doubt it.
Y'all remember to tip your waitresses. Have a mighty fine night.
You come in peace, surrender or be destroyed. You here to make war? We surrender. Important things are needed new people.
When the appointed hour arrives, the Marauders will deactivate their cloaking devices and begin transporting Klingon shock troops directly to the landing zone.
Landing zone? Where? Tell me.
Why not? Your feeble weapons will be useless against us. We will kill all your males and take your females to mate with.
All right. Now the Federation's taking over, whether you like it or not. You people, you've been running this planet like a piecework thing. From now on, it's going to be under one roof. You're going to run it like a business. That means you're going to make a profit.
Look at these 3 words written larger than the rest, with a special pride never written before or since. Tall words, proudly saying, "We the people."
Hi, I'm Nicole DeBoer. I played Lieutenant Esri Dax on DS9, and I welcome you to Bird O' Prey 5 channel. Hail Karuga.
Hello world, it's Bird O' Prey 5 Qapla, and thank you to Rock Solid Productions for renewing his membership now for a 12th month in a row as a friend of Karuga. I hope, yes, you guys can hear me. It's Monday. It is Monday, August 30th, 2021, and man, the world is screwed up, man. The world is effed up, and might go so dark this episode that I turned monetization off so that YouTube, if they decide it's inappropriate for advertisements, they don't ding me, and then then I get screwed, and then they'll make every one of my upcoming live streams yellow instead of green. So I said, fuck it. We'll just keep the advertising turned off on this one. The 12 cents I may have earned, it's not worth the risk of the annoyance that it would cause for the many, hopefully, streams that might follow that won't be as dark. But I mean, we've got what's going on in Afghanistan. We've got what's been going on for the past year and a half, this pandemic, which is, I didn't realize it until today, just how much it's screwed over. Even my and Mama Pray's life, who we are relatively unaffected as we don't go out, but still, it is still effed our lives over. There's a many giant wildfires in the West, specifically a Caldor fire about to possibly burn through Lake Tahoe. I mean, that's an actual place I've been to, not like some small community I never heard of. And I know there have been, lots of fires in California, in, places around LA that are real places, but this is Lake Tahoe. I mean, this is the, wow, biggest fire. And then, of course, on top of it, let's throw a giant hurricane On the day, 16 years to the day that Katrina hit, almost the same course. Instead of New Orleans being, flooded, it's the entire city has no power. The entire city, the infrastructure to bring electricity to New Orleans is just gone, wiped away, blown away from sustained 140-mile-an-hour winds for hours as the hurricane just kind of sat stalled. And not to mention all the other places in Louisiana and around that part of the country whose names I don't even know, but no doubt took ridiculous damage. And we don't even know what it is because people don't have cell phone service or internet or electricity. Haiti still had an earthquake. I mean, they had to deal with a hurricane. God knows. Haiti's has not had a good century, and this year is certainly not looking like one of their top five. In fact, it's looking like one of their bottom five. There's so much. Where is the good? Where is the good news? Why, who? I had a website. There was a website that my therapist gave me for good news. I think they've shut down. I think they've shut down. There's only so many, articles you can do on puppies reunited with families before you realize this just isn't a legit news source anymore. No matter how much you try, it doesn't count. This is just a glorified Facebook group. Oh, yes, Mama, pray. The animals. Right. The dogs.
A certain group saved a whole bunch of dogs or other cats, I don't know about that. So they got them out of that again.
Oh, so a bunch of dogs and perhaps cats were saved from Afghanistan.
I love.
Interesting. Well, I mean, if they were hero dogs, I guess. They probably were thrown in cargo holds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I hope they made it home okay. Not Ryan Johnson, and I'm sorry I did not have the chat open, so old chat messages are long gone, if there were any. Although 2:16 p.m. isn't that long ago, I didn't put up the stream until around that time. Not Ryan Johnson says hello in Qapla. Hail Karoga. Hail Karoga. Richie Poole wants Dear Bob. Welcome, Richie. Actor assented, says, I heard you didn't want to wear the original sexy costume for the new live action Bird Boy Bebop 05. I only have some idea what you're talking about. I heard something about something called Bebop. I really don't know what the hell's going on. The actress didn't want to wear the costume or something. Jedi Bill 797 says hello, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Brother Warrior. Hail Karoga. Hail Karoga, Jedi Bill. Good to see you. And he says hello to Not Ryan Johnson, and hello to Hector, and hello to Richie. And Thomas Bot says hello, Thomas. And Thomas did correctly call it. At 5 a.m., Cinnabon was streaming a flight simulator stream. I was half awake. But I saw him streaming. I didn't even have my keyboard open. I just had the mouse. So I couldn't type hello or any Qapla into the chat. So all I did was highlight someone else. I think it was Jedi Bill had already written hello. So I copy and pasted the hello in, and I hit send with the mouse because I didn't want to get the keyboard set up. It was too early, and I fell back asleep listening and watching Cinnabon fly the plane around Italy this morning. And Thomas said a bird's asleep, and he was absolutely right. I was. Wesley Crusher says, Bird of Prey, BedLife. It's a stream about Bird of Prey 5. Write to Dear Bob for answers, unless you are a soft buddy. Absolutely. John DeMarco says, greetings, everyone. Greetings, John. Thomas says hello to John. Antiderivative Jill says, can't be in the chat, but will be lurking. Hail all. Hail to you, Jill. Richie Poole says, to shut up, Wesley. Rock Solid says, hashtag birds late. I wasn't. Hashtag Lato Pray 5. Hashtag Hail on Karoga. Hashtag TOS is the worst track. Hashtag Burgess said TOS is the worst track. Hashtag Clip It. Hashtag Who's going to help me move? Hashtag pound sign. Hashtag Esri is not worth of Jadzia, not worthy of Jadzia's symbiont, except he misspelled worthy to be worth. Not Ryan Johnson says hello to Jedi Bill. John Araki says hashtag cancel Hillram. Thomas Bot says hashtag Deej can't get it up. If that's true, that's a problem between him and his doctor. Rock Solid says hashtag Thomas Botts is correct. Hashtag Deej admitted it. Arabic Zonder says Qapla, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Arabic. John DeMarco says hello to Thomas. Arabic says hey to Jedi Bill. Mike Richards says greetings from Columbus, Ohio. Greetings, Mike Richards. Arabic says hello to John, and John says hello to Arabic. Arabic says, I wonder if there's a virtual pub tonight. That's a good question. John DeMarco says supposedly yes. Arabic says okay, cool. Professor Brainy Spec says Qapla, Bird of Prey, Qapla, Professor. And he says, uh-oh, dark Bird of Prey. Well, and it's not just because I lost a question or track yesterday by a single point. It's just this whole day has been like last night in the middle of the night, you just lay in bed and you know, you think about the days to come. You ponder the nature of your own existence. I'm sure we all do these things, looking up at the ceiling. And you're like, comes a point and you're like, what's the best that I have to look forward to? Realistically. I mean, I haven't played the lottery. So it's like winning the lottery isn't even an option. I can't look forward to even winning the lottery, regardless of what little chance there might be. If I haven't played, the chance is 0. So in the next day, I can't look forward to winning the lottery. You know, my miracle of miracles would be if somehow I got struck by lightning or something and I ended up being able to walk. You know, some type of miracle, emergency, hey, you could walk all of a sudden. The reality is, though, even if somehow I did get struck by lightning and it mended my nerves, my muscles are still so atrophied that I'm really not going to be able to walk. But it would be the start, but we'd still be weeks, if not months, away from being able to walk. But that would be the best case scenario. But I realize there'd still be a pandemic. Would I travel anywhere? I wouldn't be up to traveling. I wouldn't, you know, where would it leave me? It would, don't get me wrong. I'll take it. I would take it, but it wouldn't be, it just wouldn't be the thing that it would have been had this happened 2 years ago. And even not considering money an issue, if money was no issue, um, we would hire somebody to help Mamo pray, and so like on Fridays or something, especially days Sisso Pray comes by and needs to work, we would hire somebody on Fridays that could help take care of me and or nephew O'Pray and give Mamo Pray some time off or time to spend with nephew O'Pray. But who are you going to hire that's only going to work on Fridays? You couldn't get that before the pandemic. Now you're certainly not going to get anybody who's just going to want to work Fridays. It's things like that. Like you realize there's just nothing to look forward to anymore. The only thing I have to look forward to is maybe Charlie will come on the video phone and smile at me for a minute, maybe. And on television, like literally the only thing I have to look forward to is Lower Decks. Lower Decks of all things, which is so far averages at best a crappy Star Trek show. And that's averages. I mean, there have been 1 or 2 good episodes, I'll admit. But that's it. That's not a hell of a lot to look forward to. There's not going to be, any chance meeting future Mrs. Bird. There's not going to be any, last minute trip to Vegas. Not going to be, hey, do you want to do a cross country drive to the Grand Canyon? Those things aren't going to happen anymore. They used to happen. There used to be things I'd look forward to. They're done. They're done. It's replaced with, are you going to get COVID today? Is there going to be an earthquake today? Is there going to be a hurricane today? Do you have to worry about your sister and your nephew about are they going to get flooded out because they're in the path of the hurricane flood damage? Is Mamo Pray going to be okay? Is Sassy going to be okay? Is the rest of the family going to be okay? What's next? What great disaster is going to next befall us? Is it going to be another terror attack? It's 20 years. We're coming up on 20 years since 9/11. I think on September 12th, we all would have paid good money to know this country would go 20 years without a major attack the size of 9/11 again. We had resigned to the fact that it was going to happen. I remember people talking with a former FBI director who I'd come to know. And he was saying, yeah, oh, there are going to be more targets. And he was saying it matter-of-factly. He's like, yeah, they're going to be soft targets. It'll be truck bombs into hotels and commercial spaces. And like I truly believed that these were things that were going to be happening in this country over the next few years. And thank God, or thank the military, or thank President Bush. I don't know. Thank somebody, these things didn't happen. But Uh, I'm sorry if I see what's happening out there, and I feel like we don't have the grasp that we had on the situation anymore. So I don't know. I don't know. Is this stuff going to happen again? Maybe. If it does, like I said, just I wanted to go off right over Bayside. GPS coordinates right over. I don't want to be one of those unfortunate souls who sees the blast but doesn't get evaporated from the initial explosion. I want to be one of those people who never knew what hit them, didn't know, just gone. That's what I asked for now. That's what I have to look forward to. Or an asteroid. Asteroid would be fine too. Something quick. Actor says the end is near. Actor, I fear we could only be so lucky if it was. I don't think it's near. That's the problem. I think it's going to be a slow progression to, like, the Rome didn't fall in a day, and neither will we. Neither will we. Actor says, we'll all die. Slowly, though, I fear. And not at once, and not even knowing it. We will die without us even knowing it. Parts of us will die. Pieces of us. Actor says, who's messing with the weather machine again? There's no weather machine. Wish there was. Professor Brainy Spess says, Actor, Bird of Prey is the one with the weather machine. Ask him. I tell you, if I had a weather machine, I'd set it to overload right now. Professor Brainy Spess says, Mike Richards, I don't know. Greetings from West Central Texas. John DeMargo blames Matthew for messing up the weather machine while he should have sent it with more insurance. Thomas Potts says, hello to Professor. Arabic says, Bird of Prey, the good news is we all get to be here and hang out with you for a while. Well, Arabic, I'm sure I've depressed you all now. Not Ryan Johnson says, human sacrifice, dogs and cats living together, mass hysteria. Yes, the end of the world. Not Ryan Johnson says, Bird of Prey, if you want to know about Cowboy Bebop, you can. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. Yes, I would regret asking. Agnes says, I give Bird to regret the decision 18 seconds. Don't worry, I'm not asking. Not Ryan Johnson says, actually, that's a safe bet. Arabic says, what about Cowboy Bebop? I love that show. Not Ryan Johnson says, Arabic Sonder, I wish I knew the story. Probably something about a change they made to the live action show. Mike Richards couldn't sleep either last night. Yeah, I don't know why. I was plenty tired. I was plenty tired when I woke up. I never made it back to sleep. Dee Dee says, Qapla, I hope you and the family are doing well. Dee Dee, physically, I don't know. I guess I'm doing okay. I'm here. I'm awake, conscious. I don't know. Mamo Pray is also seemingly okay. Sassy, seemingly okay. I would imagine Sisso Pray and Nephew Pray are okay. They're not here. Mike Richards is only one lab accident away from becoming a supervillain. Jedi Bill says hello to Arabic Sonder. Professor Franny Spector's Bird of Prey, I don't have much to look forward to either. Professor, you can walk, you can do things, and I know we've spoken, and I know you have your demons, your issues. Everybody does. And I know that I'm better off than there are people far worse off in this world than me. I know this for a fact. I know there are people physically worse off. I know there are people who would love to have 2 working arms and 7 working fingers, mostly 7.5 working fingers. I know there are. There was a poor guy who could only move to, through his eyes, or his breathing controlled the movement of his wheelchair. He was a full-on quadriplegic. I know there's people out there worse off than me. There's people who can't do anything and have nobody like Mamo Prey or any family to help them or whatever. I know this, and it honestly just makes me more depressed when I think about those people. So should I be sad because there's people worse off? Knowing there's people worse off, well, I'm certainly sad for them. And yeah, I'm still upset. It's still sad. Dee Dee says, Bird of Prey, don't feel bad. I don't have much to look forward to either. I'm just running through the cycles, so to speak. See, Dee Dee, that's the thing. So many of us are just running through the cycles, and it's like, what are we doing? Why are we doing it? We've got to engineer the change. I don't know how I want to change things. That's my problem. I don't even know where to begin. Mike Richards is super sassy. The atomic beagle will save us. As I read that, she snored. Thomas is Bird of Prey, stop or you will make Mom run and yell, we are all doomed. Actor says, I'm grateful Bird doesn't have a doomsday machine or a Harvey Cthulhu. Oh, I pressed the button. I'd have pressed it. Dee Dee says, Thomas Potts, I don't think Mama Prey will do that. And hello. And Dee Dee agrees. Dee Dee says, Bird of Prey, we are here, awake and moving. I'm sure you are. Actor says, hello, fellow doomed human, Dee Dee Myers. Dee Dee says, well said, actor. Mike Richards waves to the cat man. Greetings. Actor says, Bird should marathon something like My Little Pony to cheer up. I don't think so. Professor Brainy Specs says hello to Dee Dee. John Araki says, start by changing presidents. That's not how it works, John. Dee Dee says, Bird of Prey, I try not to think about the why like I once is too. I try not to I try not to think about the why like I once did, maybe. Thomas Potts says, I typed mourn. Bird of Prey, we're all here. Thomas Potts typed mourn. Bird of Prey, stop or you will make mourn run and yell, we are all doomed. Ah, thank you, Thomas. It didn't make much sense why you would say mom. Yvette's in the house, says, good evening, birds and everyone. Welcome, Yvette. John Araki says it could be worse. Salty could be your livid nurse. God. It could be worse. That's true. Mr. Trent 100 says depression is a disease you can fight by going out in the sun and doing some exercise. Do whatever you can as best as you can. It helps, I know. Thank you, Mr. Trent. Yes. Yvette loves the shirt. Yes, Yvette, your shirt inspired me to get this shirt. Yvette was wearing her Jurassic Park shirt one day, like 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I went on Amazon and found one, and here it is. I don't know if it's the first time I've had it on camera. It's the second time I've worn it. I don't know if I was on camera the first time I wore it. But yes, this is all because of Yvette. John Araki says, step 1, update your pronouns. Fuck that. It'd be a cold day in hell. A cold day in hell. Carlo Albanese gives a hug. Thank you, Carlo. John DeMarco says, that morn, always running his mouth with doomsday warnings. Carlo says, hope everyone is as well as can be. Thank you, Carlo. Hail, Karoga. And his BedLife, it's a stream by Berto Prey 5. John Araki says, step 2, tattoos, piercing, and rainbow hair dye. No, you seem to have misjudged what I wanted to do. And Aravic Sonder with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, Aravic Sonder. Appreciate it. Should pop up. The alert box is set up. Yeah, it'll pop up. There it goes. There it goes. Agnes is Bird of Prey. You can be the sun. Just a couple big mirrors and Viola. You can be in the sun. Just a couple of big mirrors. I could technically get outside. It's just like, then what? First off, it's not particularly sunny today. But, I mean, it's not to say that there's not going to be sunny days. The wheelchair is kind of crappy. We are still working on getting the new one. The work continues on that. It probably won't be here before summer ends, but hopefully it'll be here maybe before autumn ends. That's maybe 50-50 on that. But even if it did, then it'd be outside, and I'd either just have to keep people away from me or have a mask on, or it just doesn't feel like you can't go outside and take a deep breath and feel like, this is nice, clean air, even if it's city air, New York City air. It just, I don't know. I reopen the window, I get some fresh air that way. But yeah, my vitamin D level has also been pretty decent. Somehow my vitamin D level is better than those of some family that live in Florida. In Florida. And they go out every day. And my vitamin D level beats them. John Araki says, step 3 is to check my privilege. Maybe that's what I need to do, is check my privilege. Professor Brainy Specs says, this weird headache finally feels like it's going away. Good. I'm glad, Professor. Yvette says, Grandpa Geek got one of those t-shirts as well. Lol, I'm a trendsetter. You are. John Araki says, step 4, decolonize your life. John DeMarco says, Professor Brainy Specs, he's glad he's feeling better. Agnes is John Araki. Is this a 10-step program? Carlos says, can we try and design an exoskeleton? All we need is an engineer and a community of nerds. Yeah, problem with an exoskeleton is that it might start moving or keep moving in a direction or in a past the point that the bone or the tendons or the ligaments, can go. And that feels like it would be extremely painful. In fact, torturous even. So I'd be very, very worried, concerned over an exoskeleton that didn't have, physical barriers to bending more than my knee bends or, my ankle, God forbid, my toes or something. Actors is Carlo and around 30K USD. Oh, for the exoskeleton. That'd be cheap. Yvette, I love the title of this BedLife. Sounds good. John DeMarcos is in Florida. Too hot to go outside a lot of the time. Yeah, but I mean, they go out to stores, so they're transversing the sun outside. Even if it's only for a few minutes a day, that's a few minutes more than I go out. Carlos says it'd be nice if there's a fair again for a chair life. It would be. It'd be nice to have Charlie, right? And this time Ciso probably would be pushing the carriage. And then people could come over. Well, see, that's the thing though. Like right now, we wouldn't go to a fair. I sure as hell wouldn't. Game Hammer Classic Gaming says, hello, Zoe from Question to Track here. How are you doing? Hey, Zoe, Qapla. I'm okay. I just a general depressed day for some reason. I generally do upbeat, happy streams. Today, not so much. But it's not because I lost to you by one single point. Don't worry. To be fair, if the exoskeleton pulled you past the point where your tendons can go, it would only hurt for a short time. I don't believe that to be true. Unless it was like my neck. If it was my leg, it would continue to hurt over and over again. I could have just imagined it. Yvette says, hey to Nicole. Words and pictures is hello from London, UK. I always lurk in the background here. Just a random man who enjoys quietly listening to you. Thank you for broadcasting. Oh, thank you so much, Words and Pictures. That's nice to know. We got another person in London. London was definitely one of the few places I really enjoyed going to when I traveled. Back in 2005, way back in 2005, spent the better part of 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks in London, landed in London on September 11th, 2005. Or took off from New York on September 11th, 2005. Did I land on the 12th? I guess I landed on the 12th. I'm not sure. I either landed late on the 11th or early on the 12th. Yeah. The only 2-week time in my entire life that I drank every night. Every night we drank. Only one day did I get sick, and that was a day I tried to try a cigar, The one and only time I ever smoked anything, even tried to inhale anything, was a cigar, Cuban cigar. When will I get this chance? My God, that was the worst mistake I'd made to that point in my life. Not only was it awful, I was so sick the next day. The one day on the whole trip when I had to be up early to go out, and then we get there and the frickin' golf course, because it's London, and they're even stricter than American golf courses. They were like, not only are you not allowed in the clubhouse, you're not even allowed to stand here next to your car. You've got to use the parking lot that's outside the club and park across the street and wait in that parking lot for them to call you back. Whereas all the other places, I was assured by the security team that, all the places Mr. Frank goes, they welcome his security staff in to the clubhouse, and they don't mind serving us breakfast and drinks and whatnot. And this place was like, no, get the fuck out. The invitation was only for him and his golfers. You guys go away. I just wanted to eat something, and instead we're like, well, we can't stay here. So they decide, and these are adult men. These are 50-year-old plus adult men, and they're all in these luxury cars on these tiny, winding English roads, and they're playing, because they're all professional security. So they're pretending to do whatever, not pretending. I mean, they're practicing their defensive driving as if someone was trying to run us off the road. And I am like ready to just throw up. And they're zoom, zoom, zoom. Plus, we're on the fucking wrong side of this car anyway, because it's London. So just England, just sitting in the car, I'm already like this, my brain is already messed up. Like, everything should be here, but it's here. Thank God none of us drove. It's just, oh my God, it was so awful. So awful. Then we get to the golf club they were at the day before, and that place did welcome us in. I'm like, okay, what do you want for breakfast? I don't know, eggs? No, we don't have eggs. What the fuck? How do you not have eggs? What the fuck do you have for breakfast? And like, I ended up with bread with bacon. Bread with bacon. Apparently, that's about the most English, the closest thing you could get to bacon and egg and cheese on a roll or a bagel or a croissant was bread with bacon. That was it. That was what I had for breakfast. I'll tell you, it was good because I was so freaking hungry and so sick. I just needed something in me. Oh my God. I was there to record his golf game, and they wouldn't let me in. They wouldn't let us. So usually Mr. Frank would say, of course you're going to let us in. But he was actually a little intimidated by the British being so, the reputation is well earned of being, say, uppity. And he, 9 times out of 10, he would have said, just come anyway. I pay you, not them. Listen to me, not them. But this one time, of all times, he said, okay, don't come. He said, you guys just stay here. And I was like, really? So I got up for no effing reason. I was happy. I didn't have to fucking walk around for an hour and a half with the camera recording some people play golf, which, by the way, I hate golf. It's not that I enjoy the game at all. I have no idea what I mean. I have the basics of golf, but I don't like golf in the slightest. But that fucking day, one of the guys got a hole in one. A hole in one. Now, for those of you who don't know, there are golfers that go their entire careers without getting a hole in one. So one of his guys got a hole in one at this very famous golf club that I've never heard of in the UK, in outside of London by like an hour and a half outside London. And I wasn't there to record it. Now, I understand, had I been there to record it, probably wouldn't have gotten a hole in one because, chaos principle. But Jesus, had I been there and recorded that hole in one, he would have been even more thrilled. He was so happy. So happy. I mean, the course takes note of it and shit. I didn't realize how much paperwork happens when a golfer hits a fucking hole in one. A legit, like not, that they recorded this. It's actually happening. It's like it goes down for all time for that club. I mean, it's not like, a perfect game in bowling where, okay, maybe an alarm goes off and people clap for you. That's it. Because I'm sure every night somebody probably bowls a perfect game at a bowling alley somewhere. But a hole in one could go years, if ever, from happening. And when they do happen, it's a big to-do. No, I didn't have fish fingers or custard or fish and chips. No, I had no fish anything in the UK. Actually, I had lagostine, their version of lobster. That was delicious. I mean, it's a lot smaller than what we'd call lobster, but it was good. I didn't have any fish and chips. No. God, no. No, I basically we had like American food, we had Italian food, we had oh God, we had greatest Indian food I ever had. Delicious Indian food. All types of restaurants we'd go in and we'd try it out. And I'd go with one of the chefs and they would say, "Oh, we got to try the food for Mr. Frank." And they'd like come out with their best dishes. And then he'd go into the kitchen and talk to the kitchen staff, get the actual down low of what goes on. Chefs, they call each other chef. I felt like in Star Trek, like, like captain. Oh, hey, captain, or lieutenant. Chefs, they call each other chef. Chef, yeah, chef. Hey, chef. What's up, chef? Chef. I don't know, weird. I never knew. Never thought to ask. Okay, what do you call other chefs when you're working? I mean, I don't call other engineers engineer. I call them by their name. Captain Trax is Bird of Prey. Hello, and yes, everything sucks. Mike Richards' 2005 was his heart transplant. Wow, Mike Richards. Well, I'm glad you're still ticking. Jedi Bill says YouTube is a popularity contest. Every single channel does pop culture, is making videos on the same TV show and movie, and so much harder for YouTuber over a certain age like myself. I am old. I could understand why some YouTubers have it easier than others, particularly those of a particular gender. But I don't really think that, age figures in all that much. Thomas's Bird of Prey, the Pentagon just announced the war in Afghanistan is officially over. Oh boy. Oh, let's hope it holds. Aravix says, Bird of Prey, did you have fish and chips? No fish and chips. Game Hammer Classic Gaming, so let me get this straight. Having never smoked before, he decided to start with a final boss of cigars. Dude, it's amazing you were able to get up at all the next morning. Yeah, well, I figured any other cigar I could get in the United States. The only cigar I couldn't get in the United States was a Cuban. So if I was going to smoke something, it might as well be a Cuban. Nobody suggested starting off small. And even if they did, I would have said, no, I'm not here to start small. I wanted to try it out. Okay. Mr. Frank smokes cigars. Winston Churchill smokes cigars. It's like, I highly doubted I was going to become a cigar smoker, but maybe I could, take a puff and take a picture holding a cigar and, be all cool and shit. But no, it was a bad choice. It's a bad choice. Professor says, or did you eat some jelly babies? No jelly babies. I ate some crackers from the Prince. That was it. Yvette says, Arabic fish and chips is London is sheet. You need to eat it at the coast. Thomas Potts says, Professor Brandy expects, no, he did ask the Queen's mother out on a date. Yvette says, jellied eels is the big thing in London to try. Oh, God. Arabic drools. He's so hungry. Sean Araki says, step 6, undermine the patriarchy. I think I missed step 5. Adra says, exceptions made of Christmas cuisine, then you're good. Words and pictures is Bird of Prey. Yep, sounds like London. Top story, entertaining tale. Thanks for sharing. You're welcome. And then on the very last day, we were at the Mayfair Hotel in London, which is a beautiful, beautiful hotel, old school hotel. I mean, there are some much fancier, newer hotels, but this was old school luxury hotel. I loved the place. I always had a bowl of fresh fruit in my room. And I tell you, I'm not really a fruit eater, but apparently if you just have a bowl of fresh fruit in your hotel room, you just start to eat fruit. It's there. You're like, well, it's here anyway. And then they notice what fruit you're eating and they replace it. So if I only ate the oranges, they give me more oranges the next day. If I only ate the bananas, they give me more bananas. Anyway. Plus, then I went to the bookstore and I bought a few books because it was still 2005 and I don't know if Kindles weren't a thing yet or I just was still fighting the Kindle. So I bought physical paper books and I left them on my desk. And when I came back from being out for the day, the books had page holders, hotel labeled page holders put in the books for me. That was wonderful. I was like, oh my God, this place, they think of everything. To this day, I still have those, what are they called? page holders, I guess they're called. Bookmarks. They're called bookmarks. They put bookmarks in the books for me, so I would know what page I was on. I was like, wow, this hotel, they think of everything. There was the type of hotel you could leave your shoes out at night, and then in the morning they'd come back freshly polished. Now, apparently, though, they don't polish sneakers. Whatever. Oh, so on the last day, I was collecting everyone's cell phone, which, by the way, I had all $52,000 of cell phone bills charged to my credit card that month. I was collecting everyone's international cell phone because we all had US cell phones, and none of our cell phones, because they were Verizon, none of our cell phones would work in the UK. So I had to get UK cell phones for the entire team. And so I had a box full of like 25 cell phones, and somebody walked out of the hotel with them. They were gone. Stolen. Somebody stole on the last day. Our last day, somebody stole our cell phones. Now, to be completely honest, it really didn't matter to me because we weren't going to do anything with these cell phones anyway. I was going to take them back to the US. They were going to go sit in a drawer, in a box somewhere for next time we ever came to the UK. As it turned out, there never was a next time. Mr. Frank ended up passing away like 4 or 5 months later. So these cell phones would have literally just gotten thrown out. They were prepaid anyway. The fact that somebody stole them, yeah, it's wrong. And don't get me wrong, I was kind of pissed and annoyed that I had to tell New York that we had a box of cell phones stolen. But it really made no, in the end grand scheme of things, it made no difference because that box of phones would have 100% either been tossed in the trash or recycled. Either way, it wasn't, they never would have gotten used. So whoever did take them, you got us. You got me. Actresses admitted British cuisine sucks. Well, I don't know that it sucks, but we went to some places. It wasn't bad. And Professor says the original Kindle was launched November 2007. Okay, so that was before the Kindle. Oh, it makes sense. Agger says fabric sneakers, I understand, but they won't polish your leather ones. Preposterous. Hope you were insured. No, Yvette, I didn't buy insurance. We don't get insurance because the problem with insurance at that company was if you lost your cell phone, you needed to get a new one that day. And insurance, you would have to mail it, wait for them to return it. It could take 3 days, 4 days, a week even. So that was complete waste of use of money to pay for insurance we would never ever use. Company was happy to just pay for a new cell phone. You know, if your cell phone was legitimately lost or broken, they would, no questions asked, just go out, get a new phone as quickly as possible. That was your instructions. You're to be without a phone for as short a time as possible. It was the type of company where money didn't matter to a point. Rock Solid says, so an hour in, has Berta Perret got into Dear Bob? Rhetorical question is rhetorical. No, I haven't. Rock Solid. But I'll be honest, there's not a hell of a lot of them. When I checked before we started, I think there was 2 or 3. Actor says, I like when hotel refolds your undies to perfection. Salty Tracker says, Rock Solid, no. Bird of Prey was talking about how sad he was that the hotel did not polish its knob or something. Wow. Captain Drags with Bird of Prey, what about a Yum Yum? I never heard of a Yum Yum stick at that point. And greetings, Salty Tracker. And Professor Brainy's Rex says Kurdistan is invading. You're welcome. You're welcoming the invaders, Professor? Wow. For Rock Solid says hashtag. Someone obviously doesn't realize what a rhetorical question is. Salty says, hey, Mike Richards, we are starting to get hit by the storm now. Thunder is cracking hard, so I'm expecting a power outage again. Oh, yeah. How long was your power out for, Salty? Captain Trax says, hashtag no Dear Bob. We're going to do Dear Bobs. Just going to take a minute. Let me see. Let me see. In fact, I'm not going to do the Dear Bobs yet, Captain. I just want to see if I have to. Yeah, I do. I got to set up the browser. Properties. Oh. I was looking at the news and I saw Star Trek actor recalls stunt that gave them permanent scars. So I was like, oh, who is this actor? Could it be William Shatner? Could he have gotten some type of permanent scarring that left the Shatner permanently scarred? But no. This was posted by Tristan Zeldin 14 seconds ago, like literally right before we started the stream. Apparently, it's Alfre Woodard from The Lion King, has had a long-lasting, tremendously strong career. She had some time to reflect during a recent interview with Collider. Upon this reflection, she recalled a stunt in 1996 Star Trek movie First Contact that left her with scars. Who's that? Is that Lily? Is that Lily? Is that the name? Let's see. Yeah. Yes, that's Lily. Yes, that's Lily from First Contact. Okay. So I didn't know she had scars from that. The scars can be seen on the actress's forearms of both her arms. She talked about how director Jonathan Frakes, Star Trek Next Generation, Insurrection, and Discovery, planned for a major explosion that the stars would need to rehearse to get right. She and James Cromwell had to practice for hours to jump from the explosion. It happened to be so intense, they got knocked down. It was so powerful that it tore her costume and ripped up her arms. To the director, when he was informed about her injury, he happily told her that all worked out and the shot was complete, then walked away. Jonathan Frakes walked away. To Few's surprise, that was the only appearance the actress made in anything remotely related to Star Trek. It did look brutal enough, especially when the scars are so visible on her arms through her webcam during the video call for the interview. But as the franchise is bringing back old characters for its plethora of Paramount Plus series, then anything is possible for a live action or animated return. The accident has not kept Alfre Woodard away from the action. Most recently, she had roles in Jason Momoa, Justice League, Apple TV series C, and the now deceased Netflix series Luke Cage. Oh wow, look, she was wearing gloves in the scene. I wonder if she was wearing gloves to cover up the Star Trek First Contact was a huge hit for the franchise, with apparently only one person hating the movie, a person named Anti-Tracker, or Michael J. Crawford from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Wow, very informative. Starring Patrick Stewart, Picard, Jonathan Frakes, Brent Spiner, LeVar Burton, and Michael Dorn, even in Giant Frickin' Robots ranking of all things related to franchise, First Contact was number 6, sitting right above The Search for Spock and below The Next Generation. Wow, the interview goes beyond the intense shooting of the Star Trek movie. The star talked about trying to make a living, see, and making of The Gray Man with the Russo brothers. The Oscar-nominated actress had plenty of work ahead of herself. Sure she does. Okay, blah, blah. 12 Years a Slave will also be in Viral. In Viral? I don't know what that means. It's Sarah Silverman. Well, now you know you've made it. And she's going on some animated thing. That's interesting. I had no idea. So basically, this is saying Jonathan Frakes is pretty much an asshole. As a director, he didn't give a shit. Let's see. What else? A Netflix original movie is being removed due to controversy. The First Temptation of Christ. That's being removed? Whatever. Canceled as Jeopardy host for multiple controversies? Whatever. Former child star found dead in Pennsylvania. Glowing green UFO spotted flying over Canada. Seen from multiple planes. Oh, that one. Glowing green UFO. Okay, obviously this is not the picture. So why are they going with this picture? 41 minutes ago. UFOs and extraterrestrials have been speculative and heavily covered part of science fiction, pop culture for countless decades. Eyewitnesses accounts like those stem from Roswell, New Mexico, and movies, television, like classic ET, X-Files, now even government confirmation of the undoubtable existence of UFOs, all contribute to the global interest in the mysterious phenomenon. Now, according to Space.com, the newest accounts have been reported by 2 separate pilots who saw a bright green UFO flying and quickly disappearing into the clouds. The UFO sighting happened on the evening of July 30th and were witnessed at the same time by 2 different pilots. One pilot was flying a military aircraft and the other a commercial plane. Both pilots were flying off the Atlantic coast of Canada near the Gulf of St. Lawrence. Vice News detailed the pilots had said they saw the vivid green object flying over the Atlantic between the Canadian provinces of Quebec and Newfoundland. However, Stephen Watkins, a research consultant that focuses on misinformation relating to UFO aircraft, responded to reports with a conflicting tweet that suggested what the pilots saw could have been the start of the Perseid meteor shower. The first shower of the summer. No, there's no way you fuck up. You think that a meteor shower is a UFO. That doesn't happen. Okay, it doesn't happen to an idiot on the ground, and it certainly doesn't happen to a commercial pilot and a military pilot. Watkins, who referenced CNN, who reported the meteors from the shower would have been visible in that general geographical location starting as early as July 23rd. No. Okay? That's bullshit. Yeah, even though it was reported, it's unlikely the Canadian government will look further into it. Unlike its U.S. defense counterpart, its U.S. Defense Department, Canada's Department of National Defense does not track UFO sightings. So that was it. They were here. They were here July 30th. Must read. The best Star Trek. Oh, what's this? Star Trek Marina Sirtis claims she's been battling people who want her canceled for years. Sure. Sure you have. The best Star Trek starships. I don't know. Okay, we'll open both. We'll open both. That'll be it. Then we'll do Dear Bob. I'll look at the chat. Then we'll do Dear Bob. Okay, who wants you canceled, Marina? In this era where becoming a victim of cancel culture is awaits any celebrity who dares to air their views. Right. Any celebrity. That's it. It is understandable why many are wary of social media. While this may appear to be a new trend, is especially hazardous for those who tend to be more outspoken about their opinions. Marina Sirtis, who played the popular Star Trek The Next Generation character Deanna Troi, has revealed that she has been on its receiving end for years now. Well, maybe if she would shut the fuck up, she wouldn't be on the receiving end. Stop saying stupid, hateful shit, and nobody will try to cancel you. Anyone who follows Marina Sirtis on Twitter is already aware of how fearless she is. Oh, fearless? Is that the word you'd use? When it comes to sharing her opinions, whether it's about politics or the British royal family. In a recent chat with express.co.uk, the actress shared that for years people have tried to make her a scapegoat for cancel culture in a bid to censor her freedom to express herself. She revealed even though it has been over 2 decades since 7 seasons of the series Star Trek The Next Generation aired, whenever she says something that people don't like, they attempt to have her removed from the sci-fi show. How would anybody attempt to have her removed from a 25-year-old television show? Nobody has ever suggested they go back and erase her from Star Trek The Next Generation. That simply has never happened. They're trying to cancel me for years, Marina Sirtis shared. I mean, I may have been trying to get me fired off Star Trek, and I'm like, I've not been on it. There's no such thing as being on Star Trek anymore. You know what, Marina? You're abso-fucking-lutely right. I hope this is a recent quote. I hope you said this in the last 12 months. Marina Sirtis, Jesus Christ, Marina Sirtis has spoken the truth. Hell must be freezing over. Marina Sirtis hits it right on the nose. There's no such thing as me being on Star Trek anymore. Well, that's fine. I mean, you were in Picard last year, but you're right. There was no such thing as you or anyone being on Star Trek anymore. The actress reprised the role of Deanna Troi last year when she appeared as a guest character in Season 1 of Star Trek Picard, and also in Season 1 of Star Trek Lower Decks. For not being on Star Trek anymore, she was in 2 episodes of 2 different Star Trek series. Marina Sirtis further added that certain aspects of social media, including the rampant cancel culture, have destroyed parts of our society. She went on to disclose that she has received a lot of hate on Twitter just because she doesn't shy away from putting up her honest opinions. Just because I said I wanted everyone in Texas to die, I get a lot of hate. What's up with that? Stop trying to cancel me. I'm a victim. Holy shit. Holy shit. Okay, you know what? I do have stuff to look forward to. I have like Marina Sirtis's next dumb tweet to look forward to. That's what I have. You know what? Okay. I feel better about myself now. Look, I've talked myself out of my funk. Why am I getting so much hate? I just said, he should die like the president. Stop hating on me, world. John Araki with a $1 super chat. Thank you so much, John Araki. The topic of cancel culture led Marina to talk about the one time when she dared openly support the former Good Morning Britain host Piers Morgan when he claimed that Meghan Markle lied about her struggles in her and Prince Henry's March interview with Oprah Winfrey. The Star Trek actress revealed that after she tweeted in support of Morgan, she had ducked against the onslaught of trolls and online haters who began targeting her, even though she later explained that all she meant was that she didn't agree with the royal couple airing their dirty laundry on national television. Oh, is that all? But the experience has not discouraged Marina Sirtis in the slightest. She assures that she is not someone who just brave when it comes to speaking her mind on social media. She is also confrontational in the flesh, unlike those who prefer to hide behind a profile picture and spew negative comments without having the confidence to stand up for their beliefs. During the chat, she recalled she posted something very innocuous. Recently, as expected, there was sudden flood of crass comments and trolls. But while she loves to fearlessly express her opinions and detests the fact this continued rise in the presence of cancel culture has made sure no one can say even with the most harmless thing without being a total idiot about it. Wow. Wow. Oh, Marina. Okay, what are the best Star Trek starships? 1, the Constitution class refit. Holy shit, I'd say they're right. Oh my fucking God. Why is the Discovery even listed? That's not the Discovery. Okay, no, they're not claiming that. There it is. Movie version. TV version, movie version. Miranda class. Okay. I'd give the Miranda. I mean, we all know the Bird of Prey is number 1, but I'd give the Miranda. Excelsior. Okay. That looks like the Enterprise B, modified Excelsior, but whatever. Klingon Bird of Prey. Oof, number 4. Should be number 1, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Sovereign class, Enterprise E. Okay. I mean, I'd probably put the Defiant. Ambassador class, Enterprise C. That's a solid choice. Galaxy class. Ooh, that's number 7. Oh, that's pretty low on the list. Vulcan Surak class. Okay, now that's just ridiculous. That's just stupid. I'm sorry. Constitution class retcon. Oh, the Discovery version of the Constitution. And a Borg cube. Okay. I got kind of stupid there at the end. Holy shit, 11 Prometheus class. Wow. They're just going. Where does this end? At 20? Constellation? Oh, God, no. Defiant. 13. Lucky number 13. Defiant. 14. Constitution class Kelvin timeline. Oh my God, I'm going to be sick. I'm going to be sick. Romulan Valdor class. Why? Really? Above the Dederidex? And great starships that didn't make the cut. The Titan. Voyager. The original Constitution. The Dederidex. And, well, Discovery. Oh, God. Nobody gives a shit. And the Walker class. Oh, well. Okay. Lily Rocks. Salty Tracker. Let's see. Mountains of Elysium. Says, greetings, Birdo Prey, Mamo Prey, Sisso Prey, the Ball Buster, Nephew of Prey, and fellow nerds. And greetings to Sassy, Chaser of Cats, Eater of Cookies, Stalker of Cardinals, Defiler of Cushions, and Scourge of the Squirrels. Aroo! Thank you. Thank you, Mountains. Salty Tracker says, Bird of Prey, your attack failed. Our power was out for about 3 hours. Then the computer failed. But with some work, got back up and running about 20 minutes ago. Hashtag dodged a bullet. Wow. I don't know, Anti-Trekker, but it seems to me like God does not want you to stream. The Random Menace is greetings from the future, late to the party, but with a teenage period, better late than never. Salty Trigger says, you are not aware the receiving end of cancel culture. If you have to reveal, you are the receiving end of cancel culture. Indeed. Dee says, Bird of Prey, holy shit ain't the word. And Professor Brainspace says, Bird of Prey, speaking as a Texan, I say Marina Sirtis can suck it. Professor Brainy Specs says, I don't like the Excelsior. It's you know, the important thing is that it has, or doesn't have, trans warp. Salty Trekker says, Klingon Bird of Prey number 4, way too high on the list. Don't you agree? No, I say way too low on the list. Professor Brainy Specs says, Bird of Prey Defiant should be 5 at least. I think so. Mountain says, if USS Discovery was second, Bird of Prey would have neck veins the size of broom handles, and we would have seen a full head explosion. That is probably true. That is probably true. Okay. Kitty Bear, Qapla Kitty Bear, the High Orc. Hail all. So Kitty Bear, I actually, for the first time, decided to open Call of Duty Cold War, not Cold War, Modern, no. What's the one I wore? Modern Warfare. And oh my God, I like it so much better than Black Ops. I should have been playing that with Warzone instead of trying to play Black Ops with Warzone. That's the good stuff. Okay, so it is time for Dear Bach. Captain, I apologize, but if you've got to go, we'll miss you. Yes, Modern Warfare. Thank you, Kitty Bear. Okay. So let's see. We've got a few messages directly from Gary. We got 3 messages directly from Gary. But we'll get to them as we get to them. Dear Bob, hi. It's not hi. It just says, Dear Bob, it's Anita. No. I need a bath again. Okay, I need a bath. You didn't even try. You didn't even try. I need a bath. Okay. So, Miss Bath, I need to make a correction. Previously, I mentioned I'm addicted to Candy Crush Saga. How can I get unaddicted? Unaddicted, I meant. Thanks. I need a bath. You can get unaddicted by quitting playing cold turkey. Just stop. In fact, smash your phone and flush it down the toilet. And then you'll never play Candy Crush Saga again. It's patented, but it works. It's called Hard Love. No, wait. That's probably a bad thing to call it. It's called Tough Love. Captain Track says thank you, and later. Tough Love. Dear Bob, the Mexican jail paradox. I would very much appreciate you revisiting the last 4 of 5 Dear Bops from Friday. You were so out of it, I doubt you even remembered reading them. Yeah, I was out of it. I understand you were very tired toward the end. I hope you got some rest. I am, however, in desperate need of your advice. My Dear Bob was the second to last one. I need your guidance and expertise in the matters of time travel to help me avoid the Mexican jail paradox of which I wrote. Please refer to my letter for the details. Your loyal subject, Anonymous RP. God. Which one is it? Second to last one. Okay, in the future, if you want me to reread an old Dear Bob, I'm just going to ask you resend it. But let me see if I can. Let me see if I can find it. Archive. Dear Bob, this was the last one. Dear Bob, beep beep, you're drunk. Go to bed, bird. By the way, still waiting on seeing Ciso Prey, Sis's secret admirer. Okay. Okay. Dear Bob, oh God, I don't remember this at all. Nearly 20 years ago, my dear sweet grandma, now deceased, received a telephone call from me. Apparently, I was being held in a Mexican jail and needed her to send me some money to get out. Being the wise woman she was, she assumed it was a scam and hung up. Checking with me later, I assured her I was not in Mexico. Now I'm a little older and a lot wiser. I am thinking that maybe the call was legit. How do I know that at some point in my future, I don't accidentally travel back in time and end up in a jail cell? I am now afraid to do anything, go to work, go get groceries, hell, even to sit on my couch to watch Star Trek. I am thinking a time portal might open up at any moment and suck me in. For all I know, I have been languishing in that Mexican jail for the last 20 years, forgotten and defeated. Why didn't Grandma send me that money, Bob? Sincerely, your loyal subject, Anonymous RP. P.S. Is your sister still single? I read this out loud on the stream last week. I was so out of it. Fuck. Ciso Prey, to the best of my knowledge, is available to the right to the right guy. But I don't know who the right guy is. So it's up to you to figure that out. As for your Mexican jail quandary, well, here's the thing. If you do go back in time, you know what you told your grandmother. So go back in time. If you go back in time, when you call your grandmother and say you need money, say, I know you're going to call me and I'm going to tell you that it's a scam. But if I tell you that, that just proves that it's really me, that I came back in time and that you need to send the money. Otherwise, I will spend 20 years of my life locked in prison or more, because no one will ever know I'm here. So you have to prepare your grandmother for the fact that she's going to make contact with your future self. And you have to tell her word for word what your future self is going to tell her. And only then will she be able to recognize the fact that it is in fact truly you from the future and not a scam artist in the past. That should solve the issue. Now tell her she should not tell your current self that your future self, that your past self told you about your future self, telling her about your past self, because that'll just fuck everything up. I'm actually glad you asked me to go back and look at that one. I can see how that one took a little thinking, and I appreciate it. Carlo Albanese says, so glad Berta Prey said smash your phone instead of your hands. Either way. Gary Katzer says, we sold our house and we even got more than our asking price. Congratulations, Gary. Now you got to find somewhere else to move. Oh, look at the very next thing. We bought a house. Timeline, 2 p.m. Friday afternoon. Lowball offer for our house received. 3:30 p.m. Friday afternoon. This house popped up on the web for sale. It's a nice looking house. Holy shit. Wow. 5 p.m. higher second offer came in. 5:01 p.m. bidding war on our house ensues. 6 p.m. private showing for this house scheduled for 9:30 a.m. Saturday. 9:30 p.m. Friday accepted offer on our house and agree to sell in early October. 9:30 a.m. Saturday arrive and walk to a house with potential to buy. 10:30 a.m. Saturday, wife, myself, and agent all agree we're going to put in an offer. 11 a.m. Saturday, I leave to head to Wisconsin to get my oldest set up with a new computer and software for college. 11:30 a.m. Saturday, offer to purchase sent to sellers of potential new house. 7:52 p.m. head back to Illinois. My wife to discuss, my wife to discuss visit with my daughter. 8:11, call back from a realtor. The sellers accepted our offer. Check out the new Rock Solid Instruction Studio location below. Oh, that's a sweet studio. So the real purpose of this, dear Bob, can you spare some slaves from the mines to help me move? Sure. Well, they're going to be coming. I'm going to send them USPS, Postal Service. Now, I can't insure them for very much. So just be there watching to make sure they don't throw the box the final few feet. The orphans, they can't take that much banging around. Their bones are already quite brittle. Congratulations. I just hope that October's not too late. I would have sold it quicker. Dear Bob, my name is Beetlejuice, and I am looking to partner with you on your fine YouTube channel. I have plenty of star power myself and will bring thousands of new subscribers to your show. I have appeared on Howard Stern for years and have been one of the most popular guests on his show. Not only do the gals think I'm very studly and have huge stubby, but I know a lot of stuff too, like how to spell the color red. It's Leadper. So just give me a call, as I live near you in New Jersey, and get a ride to your house every day. See you soon, Beetlejuice. No thanks, Beetlejuice. This is a solo show. Just remember that bitch Marina crashed the Enterprise D. Allowed to drive the Enterprise twice, crashes both times. That's true. Dear Bob, Marina Sirtis here. I just wanted you to know that I am not thrilled with your review of my claim of mistreatment. If you were a big star like me, maybe you would understand that it's not easy being in the public eye 24 freaking hours a day. Further, do you understand how difficult it is to be a goddess at 85 years old? No, you don't have a clue. So if I were you, Chubby, I wouldn't discuss my issues on your tiny channel. I have more viewers when I take a dump. My worst to you, Marina. You know what? Yeah, she is an asshole. Yes, Aravic, twice. She also crashed in Star Trek Nemesis. Now, I will grant you, in Star Trek Nemesis, it was, she was ordered to crash the ship. It was on purpose, but it was a crash. Dear Bob, I'm just not getting this gerbil thing. So, do I put it in the tail first or nose first? Richard Greer has not responded to my request on how to handle the little guys in order to insert them properly into you know where. Any help or guidance would be greatly appreciated. Thank you, my fellow hamster hider. Oh, shit. No. Bad, soft buddy. That is not the real Gary. From the real Gary Katzer, titled 2024 Election, I feel bad for Joe Biden. Just imagine if he were to run for re-election and win, the mess he's going to inherit. Mission accomplished. Dear Bob, hi Bird. I'm the right guy, I'm sure of it. I'm the one meant for Prey. She is the most lovely creature, and I would take fantastic care of her. My credentials: I have been a movie star for many years and have been known to treat women very well. In fact, most women have walked away from me with a huge smile on their faces. Please provide Prey's number and I will call her this week. Sincerely, Ron Jeremy. I don't think so, Ron. Professor Brainy Specs is crashing each time you fly. Sounds like Marina is Kurogan. Dear Ozzy O'Prey, does the Tasmanian Devil really exist, or is it just a cartoon character? Oh, yeah. No, we really got these Tasmanian devils in Tasmania. Now, they don't really, move like a tornado whirling around the place going ooga-baga, ooga-baga. They're just really fast little critters. But yeah, no, they're real. My wife's mother, my wife's mother's cousin's niece got chased by a Tasmanian tiger on the highway in Tasmania until she ran and ran and ran, and then a dingo started running the other way, and so the niece, she finally jumped over a fence, and the tiger, the Tasmanian devil, and the dingo, they crashed into each other, and they're still stuck. But she made a getaway in a ruse pouch, like you see in them there cartoons. Oh, okay. And Gary Katzer says gerbil, and says, this is for the gerbil person. I made it myself. And it's a middle finger. Thank you. Thank you, Gary. Thank you, Gary. And that brings us with another successful edition of Dear Bob. I think we're going to call it an evening here, guys. Thank you all for hanging out. I'm sorry if I brought us down. Hopefully, I got it back up again. Qapla all, bird out. But wait, there's more. The video might be over, but there's more fun to be had. First, please make sure you're subscribed to the channel and have clicked that bell icon to get notifications of new videos in your YouTube feed. Share this video on social media to help this channel fight the algorithm that favors big media. Also check out www.birdoprey5.com for links to my other channels, various social media accounts, merch store, Dear Bop, affiliate links, and all your Birdo Prey 5 needs. At the main Birdo Prey 5 YouTube channel, you can find all sorts of live streams and unlisted videos, YouTube membership options, and a community section with polls and updates on the channel. On the secondary channel, Birdo Prey 5X, you can find overflow content that doesn't always make the main channel. Subscribe to both channels, please. Thanks for watching. Remember, I stream almost every day. This is Birdo Prey 5 saying goodbye, world. Until next time. P.S. Hail Sassy, hail Charlie, and of course, hail Karoga.